Venezuela and its economy continue to spiral into greater despair under the Maduro regime. One America's Neil W. McCabe spoke to Maria Corina Machado, the leader of the Venezuelan resistance, about the situation there. Take a look.
Well, the situation in Venezuela is deteriorating every day that goes by.
Machado said the suffering of the people in her country continues to worsen.
The regime has profounded and the repression, the massive repression, and the economic situation is unsustainable. People are dying of hunger, of lack of medicine, and that's the reason why we're seeing an increasing number, a massive number of Venezuelans fleeing our country every day that goes by.
In February, President Donald Trump spoke to a gathering of Venezuelans in Miami about the crisis.
So today I ask every member of the Maduro regime, end this nightmare of poverty, hunger, and death for your people. Let your people go. Set your country free. Now is the time for all Venezuelan patriots to act together as one united people.
President Trump has told all the people in the Americas that he's committed with freeing our hemisphere from crime, corruption, and socialism. And certainly Venezuela is the source of these problems and practices and criminal activities that are expanding. It is in the best interest of the United States of America, of the people of the United States of America, to act, and to act now.
The mother of three said that her movements are restricted by the government and she is under constant surveillance. Yet, despite the attention from the police, there are regular threats to her personal safety.
I've been banned from leaving my country for over 5 years. I'm not allowed to buy a local domestic flight ticket on a private commercial airline. They are being threatened that if they sell a flight ticket to me, they will lose their license. So I need to travel by car, and I'm followed every single day by the intelligence police and by the military police. The life of my kids was threatened some years ago, so I had to take them away. All my family business was what they call expropriated, confiscated, without any pay.
15 years ago, Machado was welcomed to the Oval Office by President George W. Bush, and she was celebrated in Washington as a Democratic rival to Hugo Chavez. Now Bush is gone, and Chavez is dead, replaced by Nicolas Maduro.
The nature of the Venezuelan regime has been grossly misunderstood. We're not facing a conventional dictatorship. We're facing a criminal conglomerate that involves the Colombian guerrilla, Islamic groups, extreme Islamic groups such as Hezbollah, the drug cartels, and even nations such as Russia and China, and certainly Cuba.
Machado said her message to the American people and to her neighbors in the region is that if the criminal regime in her country survives, the corruption of democracy will spread.
We cannot do it alone. This is a continental threat that requires an action, a coalition of liberating forces of our neighboring countries, and that realizes that what's happening in Venezuela is a threat for the Western democratic nations and values.
The industrial engineer told One American News her country is not ready for new elections. Instead, she and her group, Vente Venezuela, which translates to Come Along Venezuela, are focused on regime change, followed by a transitional government that would reboot democracy there.
People are Venezuelan. We are determined to live in freedom. We are struggling, we're resisting, we are challenging the regime, and we are organizing. And we are working hard to make the world understand that the threat that the Venezuelan regime, the criminal regime that has occupied Venezuela, the threat, the risk that it poses to the national security of our neighboring countries.
Neil W. McCabe, One American News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.